This is a worm farm, but right now this is just the introduction to worm farms. These are your layers of your worm farm. Right down here, this is your liquid tray. So this is where your worm tea is, which is one of the great reasons why we want to have a worm farm. Worm tea. Cool, let's talk about the resting trays. I have 2 of them, full of worm castings, and this is where they poop. But when you put your hand in, light, fluffy, this one's actually a little bit moist, but this is some plastic. This is like stuff that's from like envelope. The worms will eat around it and you'll be just left with this glue gunk stuff that can't be eaten. So this is a resting tray. If you're going to start a worm farm, you would start in this layer. That's that bottom layer. We also have another resting layer, which is this one here. Nice, fluffy, light. I mean, this is actually much drier. This is a perfect consistency of worm castings. Resting trays. This is where the worms go to rest, or this is where the worm castings come to rest. All right, let's have a look at the last layer. Let's take all this stuff off and reverse engineer everything. Put that down there. This is your feeder tray. When you have food scraps, they're gonna go directly in here. This is the top layer. It's a good idea to bury your food scraps because the worms will get in there much quicker. You'll find some bugs and that's okay. It's totally normal within a worm farm, so don't freak out about that stuff. So once you've fed your top layer or your feeding tray of your worm farm, you cover it up. If we simulate leaf litter by covering up our worms, this will tell the worms that it's okay to come up and eat all the food because they're not exposed to like dangerous elements or being eaten by predators or something like that. So they're the layers. So top layer, feeder tray. Next lay down, resting tray. Next lay down, resting tray. Bottom layer, liquid collection tray. Perfect. Let's talk about food for your worms. Fruit and vegetables, coffee grinds, tea bags, paper and cardboard. There are some things in there that you probably could feed them, but I just haven't tried. Maybe we can do that together. Okay, things that you can't feed them: meat, dairy, oil, and processed foods. They don't go down for that sort of stuff. Don't put your rotting or diseased plants in your worm farm. They also won't eat plastic. There are some maybe foods that I know about. One of those is chili. Garlic, ginger, same sort of thing. I'm gonna say grains. So that's the food list. Thanks so much, you legends. Like, subscribe, do all those good things. See you in the next one.